Hello everyone, my name is Kozlix. Today we are doing a Scythe guide. A lot of you guys requested this, and I know I'm not the best Scythe player in the world, I'm the best Lance player in the world, but I do know how to play Scythe to at least a 24-2500 ELO level, so I'm going to be showing you guys the fundamentals of how to play Scythe, what it's best at, how to use it effectively, some true combos, and then also like which Scythe legend you should pick. That's going to be more towards the end. If you do enjoy these guides, hit that like, subscribe, and comment down below any future guides you want to see next. Anyways, let's get right into this. Also, I've got a Discord. Check it out. Link is down below. Anyways, so first thing we're going to go over is a bunch of Scythe strings, okay? Scythe doesn't have many true combos, if not any of them are viable. Like, some are viable in specific situations, but do not fish for them. They're specific, and I'm going to talk about them after I talk about the strings. But Scythe is a very string heavy weapon. It's very similar to Katars and Gauntlets, where almost every single move can lead into another move. For instance, you have a lot of combo starters. Your best ones on the ground are Side Light and Down Light and End Light. Like, all the light attacks are basically combo starters. End Light is your best combo starter just because it leads into a follow-up with the least amount of dodge frames. However, all three can be used to follow up. Down Light is probably the worst of them, but let me just go over. So Side Light, if you don't know, has actually some active input, which means you can do it lightly or you can do it kind of heavily, I could say. It just gives you a bit more active frames and a bit more force. But if you're going to follow up a Side Light regularly, I'd recommend an End Light. However, it is 4 dodge frames, so keep in mind these strings are good at a lower level, but at a higher level, I'm going to show you what you should be doing. But definitely, if you're getting into Scythe, practice the strings. So Side Light, End Light is great. If you do Side Light forcefully, Side Light, Down Light is a good option. Down Light can go into End Light for like reads, but there's also like other options, so like Jump Dare is one of them. I think you might be able to do Down Light Nair. Down Light Nair doesn't exactly go, you kind of have to input a little chase dodge. Yeah, I just did a little chase dodge. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's just to get the Nair follow up. Down Light's a bit harder to follow up, but you can follow it up in many ways. End Light won't work like right away, you might need to dash into it. Side Light will go into Neutral Light like this, or obviously the Down Light I already talked about. But once you hit a Neutral Light has a lot of good follow-ups. So Neutral Light Nair is actually 1 dodge frame, End Light Nair. And this is probably your best string. Once you hit an End Light, that Nair isn't guaranteed. But let's say the bot let's say your opponent dodges down. So you just set the dodge read down. I'm just going to show you an example. That End Light Nair there is actually confirmed. No one can get out of it because they don't have a dodge. I'm going to go over a bit after, but just certain strings, so like End Light Nair, if you want to follow up the Nair, you can do a Side Air. That's 2 dodge frames. I think it's possible to get true on higher decks. I think I got it down to 1 dodge frame. I don't exactly know, but yeah, Sair is good. Recovery is pretty good. You can even do like another Nair if I input it properly. You can kind of just keep going if you really want. It has high dodge frames. But yeah, Jump Recovery is a very good one. But yeah, just really practice these strings on Scythe. You can kind of have fun. Nair can also bring it sideways, so if you go End Light Nair sideways, it'll dash Sair follow-up is really good. Really anything with a Sair follow-up is good. Most of the moves will like send horizontally, so you can always kind of Sair follow-up. There's a lot of strings on Scythe, so my best recommendation is go into training room, make the bot reset, and kind of just go ham, kind of have fun with it. There's just a lot of strings that you can learn and practice and do. It's very creative, which a lot of people like about the weapon, but a lot of the problem is you're gonna have an issue landing these strings because they're all strings and not true combos. So let me get you right here. How do you land these strings consistently? Well, a player has 2 options to get out of them. One, a dodge, which has startup frames, but they don't matter. but the other is a jump, which has 2 startup frames compared to a dodge's active frames, or 2 more startup frames. I think a jump actually is like 4 startup frames if I am mistaken or something like that, and a dodge is 2, but don't worry about it. Just know that when something says, did you see how it said dodge window of 2? That means the player can jump it and they can dodge it. But if it's a dodge window of 1, that means a player can't jump out of it, but they can dodge it. And some dodge windows of 2 still cover jump reads, just because a jump will like only send you a tiny bit up at the start. So it might not be enough for you to get out of a combo. So you're probably wondering, okay, so why does that matter? If you can take your opponent's dodge, they can't get out of a combo. For instance, if I set the bot to dodge neutrally, I can go N light, nair. That is confirmed. They can't get out of that. As long as you just wait out the other N light and then you hit the recovery after that, it's still confirmed. So the whole point with Scythe is you want to take your opponent's dodges. So how do you do that consistently? Well, first is when you're playing, make a mental note when your opponent has a dodge and when your opponent uses a dodge. If you see your opponent doesn't have a dodge, you can go in and go ham. Also keep in mind, opponents get their dodges quicker on the ground than in the air. So if your opponent wastes a dodge in the air like that, they won't be able to get it back for a little while. But if it's like a side light and then they land type of thing, here. If it's a side light and then they touch the ground, see how the bot dodged it again? So here, watch this. See how the bot got it back there? If it was like an aerial combo, the bot wouldn't get it back in time all the way until there, if you just saw what I just did. The timings are different because the bot hit the ground during the combo. If it's only in the air, your opponent might not get their dodge back, but if your opponent hits the ground, they can probably dodge your next attack. So just make a mental note, okay? It takes a lot of practice, but it's very important if you want to get good at Scythe. But if you want an easier way to catch your opponent's dodges, go into training room, set the dodge reaction to random, and practice reacting to dodges. If I do something like a side light and he dodges in, I should react in time. So like there, I didn't react in time, I messed up in there. But see how he dodged up? I reacted in time to cover it. Most opponents will dodge before they jump out of something. So see how he spot dodged? I got a clean punish because of it. There I saw that he dodged up, so I jump nared to cover it. There he dodged inwards, so I dared into a Sair. And that Sair was confirmed because he didn't have a dodge. If the opponent doesn't have dodges, it's very difficult for them to jump out of things. You have to time it perfectly, and sometimes it just doesn't work in general. But a move like Side Light just works the exact same way. There he might have got out of it. You can also read people's dodges. So like if your opponent every single time is dodging up, then just get ready for a dodge up and try and cover that option. Again, this type of thing takes a lot of practice, okay? You need to wait and react fast enough to cover that option. I'm going to go into a quick experimental just so I can show you what I'm talking about. Scythe also doesn't go into Lance very well. Off stage it does. Also, all of this is still true off stage. You try and wait for your opponent to dodge and you want to cover it. So right now my opponent doesn't have a dodge, probably does now, yeah. I'm missing punishes hardcore. I'm missing punishes. You saw that? The opponent dodged, and then I got a clean punish because of it. Oh, I missed an air. My reaction was pretty bad there. A lot of the time you just have to wait Lance out. But yeah, he had a dodge, so I shouldn't have followed up with that recovery. Now he doesn't have a dodge. Now he's probably got a dodge again. Doesn't have a dodge, but he touched the stage, so he probably does. Just mental notes. He didn't have a dodge there because he used it in the air. Has it now. And that kills. Every opponent will almost always dodge first. I didn't cover the reaction there. Kind of missed it there. And boom, saw he was going to dodge in. And look how massive of a string that is. And he dodged in again. I got a clean string because of it. I can't slide charge that move. Okay. Okay, nice side sig. I had no options. Maybe if I did the recovery earlier and nared, but I didn't know he was going to do a dash ground pound. Sarah's a very good kill option when you're on the edge, by the way. It's one of the best moves in the game, in my opinion. Just for follow-up potential. Lance players, it's good to just completely wait them out horizontally. Let them mess up with a Sarah like that. And you saw him dodge in and down, and I caught that reaction. And it's only me reacting, not reading. I'm waiting for him to do something, and I'm trying to cover for it. Like there. I saw he spot dodged, so I reacted differently to it. That's all there is to Scythe. It's all about catching dodges, and then going ham with strings, you know? So practice both of those. One true combo you guys should learn is Dare into Ground Pound. This one's very useful, especially off stage. Don't fish for it too much, but this is the most useful combo on Scythe. It's Dare Fast Fall Ground Pound, by the way. You can chase dodge instead of fast falling. There we go. I hate how the bot resets itself. I was just timing it wrong. But yeah, Dare, and then it is a fast fall ground pound. You can kind of see right after the Dare, I fall a little bit with the fast fall, and then it kind of inputs the ground pound. So I don't think that's a fall right away. Yeah, fall, and then ground pound. I fell like a little bit, and then ground pound. But yeah, Dare ground pound. Just practice it a bit. It's a bit hard to practice in training room. But it is a useful combo. At like 130 it kills, and it's very clean on certain maps. It's a very useful combo. It's just kind of hard to practice for your first time. I've consistently got it a string. And yeah, you can chase dodge it. Like right there, I just chase dodged it. I did the Dare, and then I don't know if you saw, I did input a chase dodge. I guess it didn't really matter. But yeah, Dare, ground pound. Done. Practice that true combo. That's probably the most useful one. There's some situational ones with like Scythe recovery right on the edge. But honestly, just practice any string you can make up. Be creative on Scythe. Just really, Scythe is all about reactions and optimizing the punishing follow-up, if that makes sense. So like side light, end light, and keep going. As long as they don't have a dodge, go ham. And even like off stage, I can like hit like a nair, for instance, and then let the opponent dodge and then hit them, you know? And Sandstorm likes to do that a lot. So here, take a look at this. Side light, downer. Let's say the bot kind of goes in like that. You see how I reacted to the bot jumping? So that's the whole point of it. Like, let's say I set the bot to, I don't know, dodge reaction neutral, and then give me a Scythe. Kind of see what I mean? As long as I don't have a dodge, you can kind of just go ham. But yeah, just try and catch your opponent's dodge, and then just kind of go ham and practice these little string follow-up combos. Be creative, have fun with it. Just again, it's all about catching dodges and reacting. Anyways guys, if you found this useful, hit that like, subscribe, and comment down below. I'll see you guys all later. Love you all.